Hi, I'm Olivia, and today we're going to dive into the question, what is vision? To preface, light rays, also called photons, reflect off of objects. As these photons reflect off of the objects, the goal of the eye and the structures within it is to make sure that the light rays are focused on the retina at the back of the eye. To focus the light rays, we have the cornea, the pupil, and the lens. The cornea is a protective film, but it also refracts light rays, meaning that it bends them to accurately hit the back of the retina. The pupil is a little hole, and it's what actually allows the light into the eye. And then the lens is a flexible disc, which, like the cornea, refracts the light and focuses the rays on the retina even more. The retina is super important because it contains photoreceptors, cells that translate light rays into electrical signals that the brain can ultimately process. These signals, or these impulses, will travel all the way from the photoreceptors to the primary visual cortex and the occipital lobe, which lies at the back part of the brain. Now the brain needs to figure out what this electrical impulse message is saying, so it's going to employ 3 different types of cells to deduce what type of image the light has bounced off of. Magnocellular cells are specialized to detect movement. M cells will tell the brain about the location, the speed, or the direction of a moving object. Parvocellular cells will tell the brain about the shape, the size, and the color of the object. And then the coniocellular cells have a role that's not quite well understood, but likely has something to do with color. This sorting and deduction process that I've just described is a bottom-up approach for forming images. But in actuality, if our brains only used this meticulous sorting process, images would be way too ambiguous and we would seriously struggle to survive. So to better understand how the brain processes images, take a look at this. It's likely that block A looks a lot lighter than block B, but this is just an illusion. When we remove all of the shadows and we place the 2 blocks next to each other, they're the same color. This is top-down processing. Our brains and our perception rely heavily on context, think the lighting and the shadowing, and our previous experiences, think checkerboard arrangement. This context and memory-based approach allows us to more quickly and effectively form images, but it also allows us to play with optical illusions. So, what is vision? Well, the obvious answer would be that it's just the way that we see. But more specifically and more interestingly, vision is this translation of light rays into electrical impulses into a conscious perceptual experience of the world. Vision, quite simply, is part of the reality that our brains can create for us.